Okay, good morning, dear students. Nidhu, Sania, Laxman, Suresh, good morning, all four of you. Waiting for some more students. They will join shortly, I suppose. So, dear students, today we are going to finish this poem, that is the Custard the Dragon. This is, as I told you the other day, it's a very funny poem, very humorous poem. So just enjoy the poem as it comes along, and as you read, uh, this is written by Ogden Nash. Ogden Nash normally writes such poems which are very, very funny and which are intended for giving you some laughter, some kind of fun and frolic. So do not take this very seriously. It's a very light poem. Okay, this type of poem is called ballad. Okay, so normally what happens, ballads normally narrate tales of courage or heroism. Here also you shall find that the character like Dragon, who was considered to be a coward or timid or fearful, has eventually showed his courage and prove that he is not what others think of him. So in this poem also you find the instance of courage or heroism being displayed by one of the characters. The name of the character is Custard the Dragon. So we shall continue from where we ended uh, in our last class. So dear students, I think we should start from here, uh, from uh, from uh, from suddenly, from this particular line we should start. Suddenly they heard a nasty sound. Okay, so yeah, some more have joined. uh, Laxman, Omkar, Niraj, Yog, Anuj, good morning to all of you. So we are going to start the lesson very shortly. Dear students, and after this poem gets over, we are left with just one prose, the name of which is the proposal, which I'm going to start from the next class. Today I shall finish this poem, and after that you are left with just a lesson. You are left with just a lesson. Okay, so we shall be able to finish our syllabus next week itself. See, we are left with the lesson, the proposal from first flight, and from supplementary reader, that is from footprints without feet. We are all over. Actually, we have finished. We have completed all the lessons from footprint. Three lessons were deleted this time due to pandemic. Three lessons: the midnight visitor, then a question of trust, and the book that saved the earth. So as three lessons from supplementary reader were deleted, therefore our course is also over. And from first flight, after this poem gets over, another lesson, that is the last lesson, is left, which is called the proposal, which I'm going to begin the next class itself. Okay, so uh, okay, so let me begin. All of you listen attentively, and you can also make a note of the vocabulary, which I shall, of course, explain in the course of my teaching this poem. So let's begin, dear students. I hope this much only today, and I mean, these few students only today. I don't know why they are not joining in large number. Their exam is coming up. They should be more careful and sincere. Anyway, so let's begin. Suddenly they heard a nasty sound. Okay, so when the narrator, the poet, has described about the characteristics of some of the animals here. Like Belinda giggle till she shook the house. Belinda used to laugh in such a manner that even everybody from the in the house could hear her voice. Okay, so Belinda giggled till she shook the house. Okay, giggle to laugh actually. Giggle means to laugh. And blink and wink, which is giggling for a mouse. Ink and Mustard, they asked his age. His age means the Custard age. And when Custard cried for a nice safe age, because Custard was considered to be a very very timid and frightful creature. Okay, so Custard was considered to be a very very timid and frightful creature. Okay, now let's find out. So everybody was found to be making fun of Custard the Dragon. Okay, in this poem. And now let us see how Custard the Dragon, gives everyone a shock, gives everyone a surprise by his sudden act of bravery, sudden act of courage. So let's find out. Suddenly they heard a nasty sound. They means all the characters who were present in the house. They heard a nasty sound, and Mustard growled. Mustard, that is the dog. Dog started barking, and they all looked around. Muke cried Ink, and Oof cried Belanda. For there was a pirate climbing in the window. Window means window. Okay, poetry language is window. To make rhyming with the previous line, Belinda, the poet has made use of the word in this manner just to rhyme with the previous line. That is why it is window. It's not window means window. So let's go through these ones. Okay, all the characters who were busy with making fun of the Custard the Dragon, they suddenly got a shock of their life. They could hear a nasty sound, and the dog started barking. All the creatures started looking around. Muke cried Ink. Even Belinda also said ooh. Belinda was producing a sound like ooh. It's a sound of disappointment, surprise, for there was a pirate. Pirate came. Pirate means what, dear students? You might have heard about, read the story about pirate also. Pirate means a sea robber. Okay, a robber or a thief that does robbery at the sea. So that is what is the meaning of pirate. A person who robs ship in the sea. A person who robs ship in the sea is called a pirate. Okay. Cried Ink, and ooh, cried Belinda, for there was a pirate climbing in the window. From the window, a pirate has entered the house. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right. He was carrying a pistol, a gun in his left hand, in his right hand, and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. Cutlass, dear students, you can write down the meaning of cutlass. Cutlass means a short sword with a carved blade. Cutlass means a short sword with a carved blade. Okay, so the pirate was also carrying a sword in his teeth. Okay, and a pistol in his hand and a sword in his teeth. His beard was black, one leg was wood. The one leg was wood, it means the pirate who came to the house of Belinda appeared to be handicapped. That is why one of the legs was made of wood. So it's a handicapped pirate actually. Okay, it was clear that the pirate meant no good. The way the pirate was carrying gun in his hands, and uh, sword in his teeth, appeared that he was going to launch attack on each and everyone present in the house of Belinda. That is what the writer says, the poet says, because the what is that the pirate was carrying gun and carrying sword, and like he appeared to be very aggressive. That is why the poet says that it was clear that the pirate meant no good. It means the pirate wanted to cause harm to each and every member of Belinda's house. That was the purpose for which the pirate entered the house. Okay, so next, Belinda paled and she cried, "Help, help!" But Mustard fled with terrified yelp. Belinda paled. She became she became pale in fear. Okay, she became pale in fear. Belinda became very much frightened and she cried, "Help, help!" But Mustard fled. Mustard, the dog, also fled instead of coming up and giving a tough fight. The dog, the Mustard, just fled, just ran away with a terrified yelp. Okay, with a terrified barking sound. Okay, he has just left the place. Mustard. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household. Okay, ink also trickled down. Ink also left. Okay, left and hid himself somewhere, in the house. And little mouse Blink, strategically mouse hold. Okay, so the Blink means the name of the mouse. Okay, so mouse also did what? Mouse also very smartly, strategically means in a planned manner, he also went to the mouse hole. Okay, where the mouse lives. So no other creature in the house was daring enough to give a tough fight to the pirate. Everybody retreated. Everyone just left the place. Could not just encounter the pirate in the house. Now let's find out, what does the Custard the Dragon do in order to give a fight to the pirate. Let's find out. But up jumped Custard. But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine, clashed his tail like irons in a dungeon. Okay, so dear students, now that every other creature, every other animal has just left, just retreated, just went away out of fear from the pirate, the Custard, who was considered to be very timid and very, very fearful, came up to fight the pirate. Okay, Custard, snorting like an engine, he made lot of noise like an engine does. Okay, clashed his tail like irons. Okay, was striking with his tail like irons. When two metals strike one another, when two metals strike each other, the kind of sound that is produced is something what Custard made now by hitting with his tail. Okay, hitting with his tail. And dungeon means, dear students, underground prison is called dungeon. Okay, so the way in underground prison, two metals make deafening noise. The same way the the dragon was also making a deafening noise by striking the pirate with his tail. Okay, so here you can see snorting like an engine means snorting like a full-throated engine and lashing his tail like chains in a dungeon. Chains in a dungeon. Custard attacks the pirate. Okay, Custard is the here the way the Custard attacked the pirate has been described here. Okay, like in the underground prison, whenever the chains, okay, chains. You might have heard about prisoners being chained from head to foot. Okay, so whenever they move and when the chain strike with one another, they make a terrible sound. Okay, so the same sound was being produced by the Custard the Dragon whenever he was hitting the dragon with his tail, clashing the tail, his tail, okay, against the body of the pirate. So this is what is the meaning of this. With a clatter and clang, with a clatter and clang, this is sound made by the chains in a dungeon, okay, in a dungeon, underground prison. Okay, whenever two chains, whenever chains come in contact with one another, they make clattering and clanking sounds, the sound of metal. Likewise, the custard was making noise whenever he was clashing the hitting the pirate with his tail. And a jangling squirm, and a jangling squirm means sound of hard object falling on each other. Okay, so this jangling squirm means the sound of hard object falling on one another. It's all related to the dungeon here. He said, like, the first one is the metals, the way the chains strike against one another in a dungeon and kind of sound that they produce. And second one, he's saying, whenever the objects falling on one another, whenever hard objects fall on one another, the kind of sound they produce is the same sound that Custard produced while hitting the pirate with his tail. So jangling squirm means, the meaning of jangling squirm is sound of hard object falling on each other. Okay, he went at the pirate like a robin at a worm. Robin means the name of a bird. So the custard went at the pirate means the custard, the way the custard, the dragon, launched an attack on the pirate, okay, which is similar to a robin, a bird, whenever he makes an attack or launches an attack on a worm, the exactly the same way the custard, the dragon, was launching an attack at the pirate. Okay, so you can see here he attacked the pirate just like robin bird that attacks the worms. Okay, just like the robin bird attacks the worms, in the same manner the dragon was attacking the pirate. Okay, now you see. Okay, so dear students, let me hopefully you are able to understand, and if you have any doubt, please text me so that I am able to explain you once again. Okay, so please let me know with your text if you have any doubt in any of the lines. Okay, so let me, I wait for you for another 1 minute. So if you have any doubt till what I have taught you, you can text me, or else let me do one thing, let me finish it off and then I shall take your queries. Okay, that is better. Okay. The pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon. The pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon. So the pirate was so surprised that Belinda's dragon was launching an attack on him. Therefore, out of surprise, gape means just gaping. Gaping means looking with your mouth, looking at something with your mouth wide open. So pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon. So what does it mean? The pirate became so shocked by the dragon's attack that he opened his mouth wide with utter surprise or utter shock or utter disappointment, you can say. Okay, with utter disappointment also, you can say. And gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. Gulped means drank. The pirate Pirate drank. Gulp means, dear students, what is the meaning of gulp? Do you know? The meaning of gulp is, let me write it down for you. Meaning of gulp is drank. Meaning of gulp is drank, or you can say, if I write gulp, then it should be drink. If I write gulped, then it should be drank. So drink. Okay. So, and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. Okay, he from his pocket he took out the bottle which contained alcohol, and he was having this. The pirate was having alcohol from his pocket. Okay, flagon means a container made of silver in which drink is kept. Okay, flagon means a container made of silver in which drink is kept. That is called flagon. So he took out the flagon from his pocket and drank some alcohol. Okay, so grog. Gulp means drank some alcohol from his from a container which was kept in his pocket. He fired 2 bullets. The pirate fired 2 bullets, but they did not hit. Okay, they did not hit the dragon. And Custard gobbled him every bit. And gobbled means swallowed. Custard became so angry that Custard eventually or finally swallowed the pirate every bit. So this is how the pirate, this is how the dragon, the Custard the dragon, who was considered to be a very timid, very fearful creature, fearful animal, eventually came to the rescue of every animal, and Belinda also, when the pirate attacked in her house. So whenever the situation demanded, Custard the dragon came up and showed his power. Okay, showed his boldness, showed his courage, and rescued everybody. Rescued in the sense that saved everybody. Okay, from being attacked by the pirate. Okay, so now let's move on to the next few lines. Belinda embraced him out of happiness. Belinda embraced him, hugged him. Mustard licked him. The Mustard, the dog, licked him, because everybody would be now praising him. No one mourned for his pirate victim. No one felt sorry for the death of the pirate. Okay, nobody felt sorry or felt grieved for the death of pirate. Ink and blink in glee did gyrate. Okay, so ink and blink in happiness. Glee means happiness. So in happiness, ink and blink started dancing. Gyrate means dance. Okay, around the dragon that ate the pirate. Okay, they were dancing round the dragon. Okay, that is the that is Custard. Okay, they were dancing around the dragon, that is the Custard, who was busy in eating the or who ate the pirate. Okay, they all gathered around the Custard the dragon, and they were dancing in happiness. Ink and blink. Okay, Belinda embraced him, and Mustard also licked him. They were all showing their appreciation. They were showing their they were all praised for the Custard the dragon. Okay, because he showed exceptional courage and instance of heroism. Okay, so Belinda, Ink, Blink, and Mustard hugged Custard and danced around him in happiness. The Belinda, Ink, Blink, and Mustard all hugged Custard and danced around him in happiness. Okay. Now, but presently up spoke little dog Mustard. But after they appreciated, whom did they appreciate? Whom did they appreciate? They appreciated the Custard the dragon for his exceptional courage and heroism. Now, as you can see here, but presently After the appreciation got over, after their admiration is over, after their praise is over, what they're doing, they're trying to justify themselves, mm, in an artificial manner. Okay, they are trying to justify themselves in a different manner, which showed their characters. Okay, which showed that they were not very grateful, and they were not very good characters. Okay, they were very jealous character, or they were selfish characters, and they were not grateful creatures. Okay, let's find out. But presently up spoke little dog Mustard, and little dog Mustard is trying to defend himself. It's a kind of a false defense, you can say, trying to defend himself. What did he say to defend himself? I would have been twice as brave if I hadn't been flustered. Okay, the dog master says, I would have been twice as brave as dragon, Custard the Dragon, if I was not confused. Flustered means confused or upset. If I was not very much confused or upset, I would have been uh, twice as brave as Dragon the Custard the Dragon. And up spoke ink and spoke, and up spoke ink and up spoke blink. What did they say? Ink and blink, what did they say? How did they defend themselves? They said, we would have been 3 times as brave, we think. And they are saying we would have been 3 times as brave as Custard the Dragon. Okay, Master the dog said that it was just because of some confusion that he was not able to do anything. Otherwise, he would have been twice as brave as Custard. Both Ink and Blink also said that they would have been 3 times more courageous than Custard. Okay, and Custard said, I quite agree with you. Okay, Custard appeared to be more polite and more humble. So he said, yes, I understand. I understand. I quite agree with you that everybody is braver than me. Everybody is braver than me. I can quite understand that. Each one of you is braver than me. So this is how Custard appears to be a better character. Custard the Dragon appeared to be a more polite and more grateful and more courageous, more helpful creature towards the end of the poem. And all other creatures who appear to be sort of bold, or who appear to be very much proactive or active, came out to be ultimately of no use. Okay, it was ultimately the Custard the Dragon, because of whose help every member of Belinda's family, every creature, animal of Belinda's family was able to be restored or rescued. Okay, it is just because of the courage and bravery that Custard the Dragon showed. Understood? And Custard the Dragon was also very much polite, humble, and very much grateful. That this is what we come to know from his statement when he said, I quite agree that everybody is braver than me. Belinda still lives in her little white house. Belinda still lives in her little white house with her little black kitten and a little grey mouse, and her little yellow dog and a little red wagon, and her really truly little pet dragon. So Belinda still lives in the same house, same little white house with all her pets. Okay. Now this is the repetition. These 4 lines are the repetition. Belinda is as brave as a barrel full of bears, and Ink and Blink chase lions down the stairs. Mustard is as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard keeps crying for a nice safe cage. Okay, so this is what we also studied in the previous day. Okay, the characteristics of all the so-called animals are described here, but these are false description because they could not show their bravery. It was only the Custard who was thought to be a very fearful, timid, coward animal. It was he only who at the end of the poem proved to be more courageous, more bold, and more adventurous than any other creature. Thank you, dear students. That's all for the day. I finished the poem for you and about the word meanings and figures of speech like literary devices like metaphor, simile, personification, then irony, then anaphora, then transferred epithet, and all that I shall certainly list out from the poem and post on my website. And as and when my this lesson is ready on my website, I shall send you a link, as well as I shall also give you the question answers of and this question of this questions here. Anyway, dear students, the next day I'm going to start your last chapter, last lesson of the syllabus, that is the proposal. It's a very interesting story, very interesting story. So please do please be present in the next class, and after that I shall start with my revision classes. Okay, so another 2-3 days I require to finish my last lesson. Okay, and then we shall start with writing skill, grammar, reading skill, literature, all this. We shall make a schedule like Monday, Tuesday we shall go with for example writing skill, then Wednesday, Thursday we shall go with our grammar, and then Friday, Saturday we shall go with literature. Likewise, we shall make a schedule and worksheet, and we shall start revision. Okay, from next week end onwards, it seems. Okay, thank you, dear students. Bye bye. Have a nice day, and please do remain present in my class, next class. Okay, bye bye. Take care. Dungeon, Sania. A dungeon means underground prison. Is called dungeon. Underground prison. Okay, it's called dungeon. Okay, thank you, dear students, and I shall also write down all the meanings and meanings of words and phrases, as well as figures of speech, as I told you, on my website, and then I shall share you the link. Okay, so please update your notebook as and when I send you the link, and whatever I have already uploaded on my website, from there you please update your notebook. Okay, because before the examination you need ready-made answers, so please do update your lesson on a regular basis, so that it becomes handy for you, okay, before the examination. Okay, bye bye, take care, and have a nice day.